Albert Einstein, a mind in search of meaning beyond equations. Albert Einstein, a towering figure in the world of science, remains synonymous with relativity, space, and time. But beneath the surface of his groundbreaking theories, Einstein carried with him a deeply introspective and complex worldview. His relationship with religion and philosophy reveals a man in constant pursuit of not only the secrets of the universe, but also the meaning behind existence itself. To fully understand Einstein, one must not only examine his equations, but also delve into his spiritual and ethical reflections, an intricate balance of science, skepticism, and awe. The voice of intellectual progress. On April 11, 1943, Einstein stood before an audience during a speech for the United Jewish Appeal. In a moment that seemed to merge his identity as both a scientist and philosopher, he opened his remarks humbly. "Ladies and gentlemen, our age is proud of the progress it has made in man's intellectual development. The search and striving for truth and knowledge is one of the highest of man's qualities." This moment, captured by Radio Universidad Nacional de La Plata in Argentina, echoed Einstein's lifelong devotion to intellectual honesty, a quality that underscored not just his scientific pursuits, but also his spiritual ones. For Einstein, the search for truth was an almost sacred mission, one that didn't rely on dogma or religious tradition, but on reason and inquiry. He once remarked that his passion for understanding the laws of physics came from a moral quality, a deep conviction that everything in nature must be explained with coherence and consistency. This moral responsibility to science was what allowed Einstein to achieve so much in physics, but it also shaped his religious views in ways that were unique to him. In the footsteps of Spinoza, Einstein's conception of God was far from conventional. As he pondered the vastness of the cosmos and the elegance of natural laws, he found solace in the philosophy of Baruch Spinoza, the 17th century Dutch thinker who described God not as a personal, anthropomorphic being, but as the sum total of the universe itself. Einstein resonated deeply with this view of an impersonal, pantheistic God, a God that revealed itself in the order and harmony of nature. When asked about his religious beliefs, Einstein famously declared, "I do not believe in a personal God who concerns himself with the fates and actions of human beings. I consider that idea naive." For him, the traditional view of a deity who interferes in the lives of people, rewarding and punishing based on their deeds, seemed a relic of a less enlightened age. Yet, Einstein was careful not to align himself with atheism. Instead, he preferred to call himself an agnostic or, in his own paradoxical phrasing, a deeply religious non-believer. It was his way of acknowledging the profound mystery of existence without resorting to belief in a deity concerned with human affairs. This nuanced view often confused those around him. He once wrote, "A spirit is manifest in the laws of the universe, a spirit vastly superior to that of man, and one in the face of which we with our modest powers must feel humble." In this way, the pursuit of science leads to a religious feeling of a special sort. For Einstein, this sense of awe and reverence wasn't about rituals or scriptures. It was about standing in awe of the universe's complexity, where the search for scientific truth became, in itself, a spiritual journey. Ethics without religion. Despite his rejection of organized religion, Einstein wasn't without a strong moral compass. In fact, his ethical convictions often shaped his actions and affiliations. Throughout his life, Einstein was deeply involved with humanist and ethical culture groups, which provided a framework for his belief that humanity could find purpose without the need for religious faith. In both the UK and the US, Einstein supported organizations like the Rationalist Association, serving as an honorary associate of its publication New Humanist. He also sat on the advisory board of the First Humanist Society of New York, contributing to its discussions on how to cultivate ethical living in the modern world. For the 75th anniversary of the New York Society for Ethical Culture, Einstein remarked that this movement embodied his vision of what was most valuable in religion, a shared commitment to moral ideals rather than a strict adherence to doctrines. He observed, "Without ethical culture, there is no salvation for humanity." In this statement, we glimpse a man who, although skeptical of religious superstition, saw an enduring value in the ethical lessons that religious traditions aim to teach. The childishness of superstition, Einstein's candid remarks on religion, occasionally sparked controversy. One of the most famous examples came in a letter he wrote to the philosopher Eric Gutkind on January 3, 1954. In it, Einstein laid bare his thoughts on the Bible and religious belief. "The word God is for me nothing more than the expression and product of human weaknesses. The Bible a collection of honorable, but still primitive legends, which are nevertheless pretty childish. No interpretation, no matter how subtle, can change this." This letter, written just a year before his death, shows a side of Einstein that was uncompromisingly rational. He expressed admiration for the Jewish people, to whom he belonged, but he rejected the idea of their chosenness or any religious exceptionalism. For Einstein, all religions were human inventions, an attempt to understand the unknown through myth, but not to be taken literally. A shift toward vegetarianism. Though Einstein was best known for his intellectual pursuits, his personal lifestyle also reflected his evolving ethical beliefs. For many years, he expressed sympathy for vegetarianism, believing that abstaining from meat was both an aesthetic and moral choice. In a 1930 letter to Hermann Huth, the vice president of the German Vegetarian Federation, Einstein confessed that while outward circumstances had prevented him from adhering strictly to a vegetarian diet, he supported its principles. He believed that vegetarianism's physical impact on human temperament could have a profound influence on humanity's future. Later in life, as he grew more attuned to these moral convictions, Einstein finally adopted a vegetarian diet. In March 1954, he wrote in a letter, "So I am living without fats, without meat, without fish, but I am feeling quite well this way." It almost seems to me that man was not born to be a carnivore. For Einstein, this change was not just about health. It was a reflection of his belief that ethical living extended to how we treat animals and the environment around us. The scientist who saw the spirit of the cosmos. Einstein's legacy is often tied to his scientific achievements, but his philosophical and religious views offer a profound glimpse into the mind of a man who sought harmony between the realms of reason and wonder. He may not have believed in a God that answered prayers or dictated morality, but he never lost his sense of reverence for the mysteries of the universe. Einstein found his faith in the natural laws that govern reality, a faith that pushed him to seek truth relentlessly, whether in equations or in the moral struggles of humanity. In the end, Albert Einstein's life serves as a testament to the pursuit of knowledge, not only of the physical world, but also of our place within it. As he stood before the vastness of the cosmos, he embraced the uncertainty with humility, finding in science a special kind of spirituality, a pursuit that continues to inspire us all.